for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Complete.
That is definitely what we call a defense in uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A gain of 13 yards. But it brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
His kick is
and the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Makes the score Ravens 7. Jaguars nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
He was brought
a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
The Jaguars
from the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of 2.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
And goal to go.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun is Minshew. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lambo will put this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Eluding the pressure right. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35.
Complete.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
14. 1st down, Baltimore.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7. Jaguars 3.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the Jaguars.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Complete.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
9 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
Jackson on 1st down. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. The 30, the 20.
Can't be denied,
and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Touchdown.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
The score, Jaguars 10, Ravens 7.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now they try the right side here. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Carried by number 25.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Madubuike able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Baltimore.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Dobbins running out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield, and be able to get him in the 2nd round? That's what I call a steal.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action. It's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. And trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Jaguars 17.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36.
Here's Minshew. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got room. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike, 58 right there. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Justin Madubuike getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The tackle made.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
1st and 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Look at me. Zipper.
Right back to him on first down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Reduces Wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Minshew sets to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
14. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another 1st down. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Back now in Jacksonville, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat, but a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right.
The ball
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Minshew with a give to Fournette. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run by the big man Fournette. 43 yards on the ground. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Minshew. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now they try the right side here. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Forced out to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lambeau is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And a Raven first
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions. Is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Now, after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. From back at the 8 now after the false start. Another try at 1st and goal. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Jaguars 30.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play.
To kick off for Baltimore.
And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they fell.